All right, man. Well, I'm just gonna head right into the part number two, and we'll just have you bring a joke, and we'll go from there, man. So, hey everybody, this is the Messed Up the Setups podcast. I'm comedian Michael Halcomb, and in this episode, we're gonna workshop some jokes with Tim Conniff. You're not gonna want to miss this, so stick around.
It's all messed up, yeah. Everything's messed up. We're going from this mess up to the next setup. Everything seems so messed up, but it's just our setup.
Everybody, welcome to the Messed Up the Setups podcast. Tim Conniff's back in the house today. Tim, you doing well?
I am doing well, thank you.
That
How
was
are
so
you?
cool. The contrast of energy there was great. I'm like full throttle. I am doing well. Yes. Good stuff, man. I'm doing all right. I realize I look a little red in this video here. I don't know
You're in
why.
sunny North Carolina. You probably have a
Right.
suntan.
Let's turn up the lighting there, but yeah, it's good to see you again, man. I'm excited. This is really I love hearing comedians' journeys, but I love the joke workshopping and premise editing and all that stuff, trying to punch things up. So I'm excited about this. In this episode, you're gonna bring something for us. So tell us what you got, and then maybe give us the origin story behind where this came from, and then we'll see if we can punch it up a little bit.
All right, so these are just two kind of random thoughts recently that had so very early. So I figured this would be good for a man as technical as you to really kind of develop and see what we can do with this. So I have really high expectations for you today, Michael. I hope you don't let me in the audience down. All right. So you're at like a meeting or church somewhere, a dinner or whatever, and you see somebody you hadn't seen in a while, you go up and you shake their hands and you shake hands. You're like, sorry, my hand is wet. I just went to the bathroom. And you're like, yeah, so did I, but I took the extra 10 seconds there to dry my hands. And I thought, like, what can we do to build that out to be like, oh, drives me nuts.
I love it. So is that like, I mean, I guess the thought for that come like from a recent event, or like where did it just happen to you randomly?
Yeah, no, it happened. It's happened numerous times in my life. Then it happened again, and I was like, oh, like that's a thing. Like, yeah, this happened to me more than once. It has to, because you want your comedy to be relatable. So I think all of us could probably relate to a time we shook someone's hand. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, my hand is wet. I just washed it, or I just left the bathroom. It's like,
I love the idea here. I think that's hilarious. Yeah, sorry, my hand is wet. Yes. So immediate thing that comes to my mind, this is just because that just happened yesterday, is my wife was at like a Gap outlet store or something, Old Navy, and she came home immediately and put her cell phone in a bag of rice. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, well, I dropped my phone in the toilet at Old Navy. So it's like so gross, right? But she put it in the rice to dry it out. She's using it again, but it's funny. Like an initial thought is like if you're handing somebody a wet phone. That's kind of a funny idea to me too. I don't have a joke for it yet, but it just came to mind because that just happened.
hey, question for you. How did the rice taste last night at dinner?
That's good. You could almost go from yours, like the wet hand thing, to like, like weird restroom things. Like, isn't that like people do like some crazy restroom things, like the not drying their hands, or like when people drop their phones in the toilet. Like my wife put hers in the rice. It tasted terrible that night, something like that.
Yeah.
That's a good that.
One time I was at a meeting at work, and I was in a stall sitting down. TMI, I know. And, I could see like through the little crack, and there's the place where you wash your hands. Well, this guy I work with was using the urinal, and he got done. I don't know if he knew I was in there or not, but he walked right out, never washed his hands. I was like, I'll never shake his hand again.
Yeah, it's terrible. We were at Applebee's over the weekend, dude, and a guy did that. Went in, relieved himself, walked right back out and started eating. And I'm just like, dude, I was telling my wife, do you have any idea how many guys literally don't wash their hands after they use a restroom? Like,
I think it would have been really funny if your wife said to you, like, why, you wash your hands in public restrooms?
Dude, it's disgusting. disgusting. Yeah. Well, I think like the guy like, sorry, my hand's wet. Sorry, I just used the restroom. My hand's wet. Like, I think like something like, oh, I'll take it. Just like a positive, a positive reaction, something along those lines. What would be a good response? Like, it doesn't bother me. I'll take it. Kind of thing is funny as well.
Well, the other thing is, how do we know it's water?
Right.
My hand's wet. I just used the bathroom. Sorry.
Sorry, my hand's wet. I just used the bathroom. Yeah, you know what else is wet? The toilet. Yes, thinking I like going the rice direction. I think that's funny, but I still think there's some tags that we could put on there. Yeah,
Yeah,
why
like
doesn't
with
he
the machine, that super high velocity thing that would blow your toupee off if you were wearing one. Like I remember when
um
my kids were little, boys, so trying to get boys to wash their hands. But when we were out at a restaurant and they had that thing, oh, they'd wash their hands and they'd be pushing that thing. And I thought if we had one of those at home, they would probably always wash their hands. Just so good, hit that thing and put their head under it and have fun with
yeah,
it.
right.
It's like a video game for them.
Oh, that's great. Dude, I can't stand those things, those high velocity hand dryers, but yeah, this another idea. Like, sorry, my hand's wet. I just used the restroom. I think you have a very loose definition of the word just. That's another I just used the restroom. Sorry, my hand's wet. Yeah, I think there's some good directions to go there, dude.
Yeah.
Um, and it's such a relatable thing. That's probably happened to all of us. Yeah. Sorry, my hand's wet. I just used the restroom. Worst euphemism ever. That's bordering on edgy there. Yeah. Or like, yeah, I don't think he understands how the restroom works.
Yeah. And it's like he didn't like finish the ride, if you will, or finish the like there's a process, right? You
Right.
go, you wash your hand, and then you dry your hands. Like, so maybe some analogy that's like
Right.
dinner without
Yeah. What else?
dessert.
Just
Yeah.
into heighten it. What else does he not, go through with? Like,
Yeah.
this guy finished the workday early. Like, yeah, it's kind of funny. I like that. I
Yeah.
think
I'm going
it's
to work on it some more.
a good joke in its nascent form. And I
I'll give you
wonder,
another. You want to do another one? I got another one too, if you want.
yeah, I wonder, yeah, I wonder, even if you personalize that a little more, could you make it a family member or a friend, or that might
Yeah.
be funny as well. The whole work scenario, I mean, you could almost drop it into that. You're talking about your guy that, you saw he didn't wash his hands, but you could almost drop it into that and like turn it into a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I like it. I don't know if I gave you anything to think on, but
No,
yeah.
because I have another bathroom one where I say, it's like a marriage joke. I have another one after, but this made me think of this one. So it's like my wife gets mad at me because sometimes I miss the bowl, and we're talking about number one, not number two, Michael. I know that you're looking at me like so. So what she started to do is she started putting Cheerios in the toilet for the target. You ever see the kid when the kids are getting
Ah,
potty trained, you put the Cheerios in there, and
yeah.
it works. It worked. I don't pee on the floor anymore, but my Cheerios taste funny.
So
So I could kind of tie that all together.
I like that. What is the Cheerios slogan? Do you know? Isn't
No.
it? Is it must be the honey?
Oh, that's Honey Nut Cheerios. Yeah.
Honey nut Cheerios. Okay. Um, is that the kid tested, mother approved?
It might be.
You could almost work that in there
Yeah.
about
Oh,
kid
yeah.
tested, mother approved. That's kind of funny.
Husband tested, wife approved now.
Yeah, yes. There you go. And Cheerios, right? They're always doing that. It's good for your heart kind of thing. Like they have some slogan like that. I
Yeah,
can't
no, it's heart
remember.
healthy. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah. Cholesterol, heart healthy, all that stuff.
Yes, yes. So I'm like thinking about that as well. Could we go any? So your wife's putting Cheerios in there. That's actually a really creative idea. Yes, your wife's putting Cheerios in there as targets to hit.
Yeah. But did you know that? I don't know if you've ever heard that or seen that before, like with kids putting something in there for they have little targets, or you could use a Cheerio or whatever. That's like a thing, but
All right. I'd never heard of that.
maybe it's not a thing. Maybe it's just my weird family. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna have to research that. I'm gonna have to put that in the Google machine to make sure other people are putting Cheerios in there for the kids. Otherwise.
It's so you in the joke you're like, now my Cheerios taste bad. So does my cake. I mean, it's a urinal cake, but still.
Sure,
Um
okay, yeah.
so you got the urinal cake idea going on there. Uh yeah. My Cheerios are small, dude. Like that's a really hard target to hit.
That's why. I mean, you want the kid to develop aim early so they don't have these issues when they get older. End up like me.
Yes.
You want one more? I got one
Yeah,
more.
let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. So I'm buying a book on Amazon,
Yeah.
$9.99, and it comes up, you click to buy or whatever, and it's like, wait, would you like to spread this out over 3 easy payments? Like, how bad is your life when you have to take out a mortgage for a paperback book? Like, if that's the case, you should not be buying. You should be going to the library to get the book, right?
Right.
3 easy payments.
Yeah. Let's see. The name of the book, Better Money Management for Morons.
Yeah. Well,
Or just
that's good.
Money Management for Morons.
I have played around with this one a little bit, 1 or 2 times, and I thought, like, so then what happened? Like, why would I risk that? Like, what happens? And then all of a sudden, the Amazon guy starts walking to my house without a package, and I know he's coming for the book. And I'm like, son, quick, run upstairs. Take the Curious George book with you.
Nice. I like that. Yes. That's interesting. I think playing around with book titles is funny here. Um, going off the deep end about how could I afford, like, do I got to pay 333 for the next 3 months? How am I going to pull this off? Things are tight this month. What do you expect me to do? That's another angle. Yeah. Let's see. Don't one a slogan that comes to mind for me is don't spend it all in one place. If there's something there for that. Yeah. That isn't. I mean, it's kind of wild that Amazon would allow you to do a 9.90 month or 9.99 payment spread out, right? Like that
Yeah.
also says something about them. I don't know exactly what, but
Well, they probably offer it on everything, so if you're getting something for $1,000, it might make sense.
right.
$9.99, it's like, I don't know if I want to risk that.
Yeah, I like that. It's an IOU almost, with doing an IOU with Amazon. I don't know. I'm taken up by the titles on this one.
Yeah.
Like Math for Dummies, or yeah, Money for Dummies, something like that. I think you
Maybe
could
like
come
a
up with
Dave Ramsey book, one of his debt-free books or something
there
like
you
that.
go. I like
Yeah.
that Dave Ramsey book.
Yeah, I was trying to buy a Dave Ramsey book for $9.99.
And since I'd already cut up my credit cards,
Yeah.
yeah, that's funny. Doing the Dave Ramsey book, How to Budget could be the name of the book. Yeah, so I think going that direction is funny.
Yeah, how to buy real estate and books with no money down.
Yeah, I like that. Good. Well, dude, those are funny. I like the all three of those. Yeah. Well, let's see. One of the things I like to do, dude, is when I have comedians on, see if we can make up some jokes on the spot.
Okay.
So let's just play around for a little bit. For those of you watching, you're going to be able to see on here. If you go to michaelhalcomb.live and scroll down to the under the social tab to the very bottom, you're going to see 3 links. They all say the Joke Writers Lab. One is to my Facebook joke group, and the other is to my online joke writing course. But there's one that says joke writing exercises underneath it. And if you click that one, it'll open you up to a different web page, and I've coded yeah, I got a bunch of buttons here that if you click them, you can do joke writing exercises. Jokes from headlines, cliches, roasting, jokes from lists and fallacies and rhetoric and structures, and some of these get really complex. But setups from punches and finish the setup, that's one of my favorites, and so on and so forth. So The jokes from headlines one, what it does, it's this dynamic news prompt generator that I've created. If you hit the generate prompt button, it's going to pull up a live headline from some news website today. So it's like a very much alive thing. And a lot of them are just depressing because a lot of them are political. But um, so here's one: Olympic ski season opening marred by dangerous course debate. So that's a very wordy headline. Olympic ski season opening marred by dangerous course debate. So I don't know if we can get anything out of this, but these are all kind of on a timer. You don't have to use it, but you hit start writing challenge and you can start writing your jokes in there. But Olympic ski season opening marred by dangerous course debate.
I started to write jokes for this, but then I started to drift.
There you go. In related news, nobody cares.
It's a very cold headline.
Yeah, by dangerous course debate. We'll go to a different one here. Flight delays more common as U.S. government shutdown drags on. Flight delays more common as U.S. government shutdown drags on.
There's been no impact on Air Force One, though.
um, to which United said, we're used to it.
Yeah.
As U.S. government shutdown drags on. We'll go to a different one. Trump says he's prepared to send more than the National Guard into U.S. cities.
Wouldn't like he could send like senators, like he's prepared to send Bernie Sanders in?
leading the charge, Pelosi and Sanders.
Yeah. You could do this. Oh gosh, you get, depending on who your audience is, you could do like John Fetterman. You could
Right.
do, Mitch McConnell. Like, there's so many different
Yep.
ways you could take that. Yeah.
Trump says he's prepared to send more than the National Guard into U.S. cities. And I was gonna do something about more than the National Guard into U.S. cities. But first, Chris Christie must take a detour to Krispy Kreme or something like that. Let's see. We'll see. Councils paying school transport costs for 470,000 pupils in England. That's terrible. I'm not even gonna go with that one. Let's see. Golly, see, these are terrible. Dog walker dies in triple stabbing as arrest is made. Like, we don't. I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing how terrible this is as a headline.
Proving once again that pugs are useless animals for protection.
Dude. Yeah. What makes Melissa such a dangerous storm? Well, it's actually hitting Jamaica, I think, at the time we're recording.
Yeah, right now. Yep.
What makes Melissa such a dangerous storm?
So, who are some famous Melissas that you could do a twist on that? I'm so bad with pop culture. Melissa Gilbert is the one that comes. That shows you how long it's been since I've like dialed into TV.
I can't even think of a Melissa off the top of my head, dude. Like, I can't.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't know. Melissa. I don't know a famous Melissa.
No, neither.
Anyways,
probably
well, let's try
10,000.
another one here. I like this one, dude. To finish the setup one. What I did is I have like thousands of jokes, and I cut. These are jokes comedians have actually told, and I cut the punchlines off of them and left the setup to see if we just play around to see if we can finish with our own setup. So, KFC is undergoing a massive $185 million effort to upgrade its restaurants.
Their goal is like, I'm thinking like their goal, like KFC, what they hope to achieve Popeye status soon or something like that.
Nice. Their newest feature will be a flooding restroom. I don't know.
Well, for 200 million, they could get clean restrooms or something like that. Yeah.
undergoing a massive $185 million effort to upgrade its restaurants, but they promise customers flooding restaurants or flooding restrooms will remain.
Or
Or
how about you get
terrible.
the colonel? A colonel's going to get a dark suit now.
uh, let's see. Simon Cowell's gonna be a dad.
Oh, utterly repulsive. Like,
He is gonna be the worst dad he's ever seen.
Howard Stern's the father, though.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. Let's see. A major well, we're not gonna do that one. Let's see. Let's do one more here. A comedian has been elected president of Guatemala.
Look how well it's worked out for Ukraine.
Stand up. See, kids, stand up comedy will take you places. A comedian has been elected president of Guatemala.
In the U.S., they host podcasts.
Which is the biggest joke of all, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was terrible. A comedian's been elected president of what's Guatemala known for? I don't even know.
Like, I think like clothing, like made in Guatemala.
Okay.
They're like, that T-shirts. I don't know.
Comedian has been elected president of Guatemala.
So, question on these on your technology here, Michael. So, if you type in your, your answers, whatever, and hit.
Yep.
Whatever. Does it tell you what the comedian's the previous punchline was? So you could kind of compare?
No, it doesn't. No.
Okay.
No.
Well, that would have been a nice enhancement.
I could probably have done that. I could probably make one that does it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get accused of stealing people's jokes or something like that, but
Yeah. But it's always interesting to see, like, and a lot of times when I'm watching it, sometimes I think I should hit pause there, but you don't know when it's done right before the punchline, just to see what you come up with compared to Nate Bargatze or whatever.
Right. You can go to the create setups and do it in reverse, where I kept the punchlines, but took off the setup. This one's harder. To do. Palin was honored and said she'll continue to do her best to dismangle the English language.
Oh, after publishing her children's book, Palin was okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Unfortunately, all she said was it's still better than having a daughter. So we have no idea what the setup is there, but yeah. So this is kind of fun to do. And I think these are harder, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
Well, dude, thanks for coming on and doing another episode with me, man. This has been fun. I appreciate it. And
that's a great resource you have there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's up there for anybody, to use for free whenever they want. So for those of you watching or listening, you want to try your hand at joke writing, go over there and give it a try. And when you're done, head to timconniff.com, 2 N's, 2 F's, timconniff.com. You can follow Tim there on his socials. You can book him for your events, see where he's performing, and go check him out, and so on and so forth. But Tim, dude, it's been really fun. I appreciate you coming on the show, and
thank you.
Yeah, it's been a real joy. And after you've done that, head over to michaelhalcomb.live and subscribe to the daily comedy blog there and the podcasts and all the things. Really would appreciate it. But we're gonna stop there, friends, and say we hope that helps.
It's all messed up. Yeah, everything's messed up. We're going from this mess up to the next setup. Everything seems so messed up, but it's just our setup.